Hey guys, it's Phantom from the MagicCrafter.com. I'm going to talk today about swimming as a legally blind mermaid. I know this is something that a lot of other mermaids struggle with. I know I'm not the only one who, spends their time swimming and not having any idea where the heck they're going because they can't see or struggle with some sort of issue with their vision. And I actually am legally blind without my contacts and without glasses or any sort of visual aid. I am legally blind. I think I have like a -11 in one eye and a negative like 9.5 in the other. I also have astigmatism, and well, basically I can see this far in front of my face, which can make swimming in your tail a little difficult because I can't wear my glasses in the water. They just don't stay on my face. And I cannot wear my contacts in the water because if I accidentally open my eyes, they will come out. I wear hard contact lenses, so they fall out easier than soft contact lenses. I have to wear the hard ones because I'm allergic to the soft ones. Yay, more problems. And while I know there are some goggles that you can get that help with your vision, they don't look the most mermaidy, and they never stay on my head. I don't know about you, but when I wear goggles, they always just fall off of my face. I think it's like my hair or something. I don't know what it is. They never stay on my face. They're not comfortable. I don't like the way they look, so I don't wear them. So when I go swimming in my mermaid tail or just in general, I go blind and I can see this far in front of my face. It's a bit of a challenge, a bit different than what a lot of mermaids do, and it does make it a little dangerous if you're swimming with others. So personally, when I do swimming, I stay away from people, unless of course I'm not wearing my tail, then I can usually navigate my way around, but I don't swim with my big silicone mermaid tail around other people. I'll sit in the water, but I won't get right next to them because I don't want to hit anybody or hurt anybody. I can coast, but I don't splash and wave and whoosh all over the place. If you have vision issues, you know what I'm talking about. Mermaiding can be a bit difficult, and you do have to be really careful because it's so hard to see people and you don't want to hurt anybody. Whew. So I'm going to talk about my experience swimming as a legally blind mermaid. Just the other day I went out for a swim with my tail, and I was swimming, and of course I kind of like veered off to the side where there weren't any people. I was swimming along the pier because when I can see like really clear right here, but anything else that's like further than right here looks like the background of a macro picture. So it's hard to see, and when I'm underwater I do still open my eyes because I can't make out like specific objects. I can see blurry renditions of the objects, so it's like this really weird experience, but it is so neat. I go down to the bottom of the lake and I'll just kind of coast by the sand, and there's like rocks down there and everything, and while I can't like see really well, so I have to kind of go slow and be like extra careful. There's actually a video, link right over here, of me running into a bunch of rocks because I couldn't see them. It's lame for a mermaid, but whatever. And I go down there, and while I can't see everything, I can see like the light and the shadows, and I can kind of make out like the general shape of things. It's beautiful. It's still beautiful. Like, even though I can't see clearly, I can still appreciate the beauty of what lies beneath the surface of the water. For any of you who are struggling with your vision and want to do mermaiding, don't feel that it's not for you, but don't jump right to a silicone mermaid tail because you will ding it up. Like, even mermaids who can see, who jump straight from like a fabric tail to a silicone tail like without much practice, ding up their tails. Even ones with practice ding up their tails. I've dinged up my tail. Just make sure you get lots and lots of practice. Make sure you practice the fabric tail first. But don't feel like mermaiding's not for you just because you can't see. You can swim too. Just be extra careful around people. Be mindful that, a silicone tail especially is, it's back behind you. If you don't have good depth perception, you want to be aware that you could hit somebody and that will hurt. You don't want to hurt anybody. So maybe swim by yourself with somebody to watch you. Make sure you're safe. Not like alone, just without children or somebody in the water with you swimming, trying to hang out with you. Have somebody to watch over you, of course, but just try maybe practicing on your own for a little bit. Just get the feel for your tail and get that spatial awareness down, and then maybe consider taking your tail out slowly more around people. But I wouldn't go and like try zooming past people and like doing fancy stuff because you'll probably hurt somebody. I've also found it helpful to kind of find your swimming space, like your domain, and learn that area. I kind of know where the rocks are now, where I swim, and it's kind of like my safe spot. I want to expand my safe spot, but for now I have like this safe little swimming area where I know the general layout of everything. If I get too far away from shore, I can look, there's a pier. I'm like, okay, here's the pier, and I know if I follow the pier, I will either go out towards the center of the lake, or I will be going back towards shore where it's safe. And it's kind of helpful to know your surroundings before you jump in the water if you can't see well. And of course, bring your glasses or contacts or visual aid with you, so when you get out of the water, you can put your stuff on and you can see again. Originally, I was going to create a silicone mermaid tail that had a bright end on the fluke. I can post like, I'll try to insert a little picture of one of my designs. But I was thinking, oh, okay, that way I can look behind me and see like this really, really bold color and like know where the end of my tail is. I decided not to do that because I just didn't like the way it looked. I'm not a bright color girl. Pastel colors are okay, but mostly black and silver and gray and white. So that was one thing I considered, was getting a brightly colored fluke on my tail so I could see behind me and just like see where my tail is going, but I didn't opt for that. Might be something you might want to consider if you're still looking for a silicone tail and struggle with your vision. General guidelines for if you are legally blind or have vision issues and you want to go mermaiding: make sure you practice, 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 practice. Consider maybe getting a brightly colored tail so you can see it, but make sure, of course, that you have really good spatial awareness. You know, like I said, practice, get to know your tail, get to know your surroundings, and have like a safe spot. Have a safe spot that you can go, you know where everything is, and just kind of learn that area. Maybe walk around with your glasses on or your contacts in or whatever, and just learn your space before you hop in the water so that you know, alright, if I don't know where I'm at, I have a general feel of what this blurry object is over here. That's a dock. I know that the dock will lead me to shore. Yada yada yada, you get the point. And of course, always swim with a buddy. Like I said, I wouldn't swim with people like surrounding you. Like, don't swim in a really busy public beach. If you can't see, it's not safe for you or for others. But always have somebody there to keep an eye on you, to help you out if you need help. Because being a mermaid and tied up with your legs together is a little dangerous if you're just getting started in general. But if you add in the factor of not being able to see very well, it's like extra spooky. Could be a recipe for disaster very easily. Anyways, thank you for watching this. More mermaiding videos on the way. Have a very magical day.